Yo.
Crash and flow.
YouTube videos on Amazon civilizations and stuff. And
Okay, yeah.
And like they could live in trees and stuff, and the type of stuff.
People
that
lived
would,
in trees?
the type of stuff that would erode away very quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and they had all these like, because they have all this proof that this foliage, these trees is like agriculture. It wasn't like overgrowth,
Yeah.
and they were using them to live above ground and underground and all this stuff. And then as soon as you leave it alone for 10 days, it's just a jungle out there. So
Right. I was watching a documentary. It's the, Planet Blue or Blue Planet or whatever.
Planet Earth, yeah.
With
Yep.
yeah, there we go. With
What's his name?
Attenborough.
Attenborough.
And the one that I chose, I was in an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm done watching movies. I need to watch something else. And it was just about plants. I was like, oh man, I was hoping for an episode on like orca whales or,
Right.
some sort of coolness. And it was just about plants.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know what? I'm just running in the background anyway. Well, maybe I doze off to sleep. And I seen the orca plant. I mean, I see the plants, and all of a sudden, I'm like, wow, this is fascinating. In the rainforest, there's some stuff that grows really quickly per day.
Yeah.
And
Those videos of that, it's not slow
sped up.
motion. The
It's
sped up videos.
It's sped up, yeah. And then the way how he says it, he's like, but in the jungle floor, there's a battle brewing. I'm
Right.
like, oh my God.
I know it's true, man. I love those. Like he does these reality show kind of things with insects. I know it's not a reality show.
Yeah.
But he makes up a story that's not happening.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's just like, and I'm like, you couldn't have been filming this area and this just happened to happen. How'd you make this happen?
I believe.
Yeah, I know.
I believe whatever. Sometimes there was one with spiders.
Right.
And have you seen the one that they have to make their web over? They're making it's over a river, and so they let go of a strand of web, and it floats in the wind,
Right,
and then eventually it attaches to something on the other side,
Yeah.
and they're just walking across it. And have you ever heard this saying, spider webs is stronger than steel?
No.
Yeah, okay, so this is a true statement that they are like the web itself is indeed stronger than steel, but it's hard to figure that out because steel is really hard and webs I can walk right through it no problem.
Yeah, when you're riding in your car made of spider web, you let me know. I haven't seen anybody hit a ball with a baseball bat made of.
So the reasoning behind it is the measurement of strength in this particular case takes into consideration the cross section of the thing. So if you had a piece of steel at the same thickness as a web,
Right.
the web's strength would outdo the steel.
It's cool. I feel like that would be cool ink cartridge for your 3D printer.
So what they're doing,
Yes.
get this, right?
No.
What this? No,
You
no,
can
it's
buy a
nothing-
spider ink cartridge?
No. So this is what they're gonna do. First, they were trying to see if there was a way to milk spiders. Too hard to do. The reason being that because spiders don't like being amongst other spiders.
They don't like being milked by people, bro.
That-
in the first
that too,
place.
that too, I think that-
What are people trying to do to these spiders to milk them?
So they it's not like they could just have like a colony of spiders and then just get all the web from them. Everyone wants to be by themselves because they'll just start eating each other. So they can't do that.
Okay.
Then, but there is one cape and one jacket made out of the spider web silk.
Listen,
Right?
are you telling me somebody made a cape out of the spider web silk?
Yeah. It took them 3 years.
They would make pants. They went
This was
jacket,
and
cape, fuck underwear. I'm a naked superhero, Spider-Man.
And I think it's an old thing too. It wasn't like something that was new that someone made just recently. It was for some sort of king or something. I think I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
remember,
you knew that was for a man.
But of course,
I knew
yeah.
immediately.
Or it was a man making it would have been a man making a dress for a woman.
Maybe.
But it's definitely always a man that comes up with the idea.
I don't know what kind of woman's trying to receive spider web. She's gonna be like, "You think I'm gonna wear insect shit?"
So then they're trying to figure out, okay, this would actually have really good applications for like aviation, things that require really, really strong stuff, but very, very light stuff. And so they said, all right, can we genetically engineer worms to make the silk? And so they started splicing worms out and stuff like this, and it doesn't work all that well, right? because they can't get the right protein, whatever. So then they go back to the drawing board and they say, you know what? The next thing that we're going to try, goats. And so they genetically modified goats that make spider silk.
Where does it come from?
I have no idea.
I can't
I didn't
even-
get that far in the little mini documentary.
That's already gone too far.
But have you heard of spider goats?
no.
Oh, you've never heard of spider goats?
Dude, even if one goat comes out with one extra leg, I think, we've got a problem.
So spider goats is the name for goats that have been, I think, selectively something plus some gene editing
Splicing,
or whatever.
Why not?
Yeah, to create a particular protein that allows them to take that protein and then make a synthetic
You think
spider.
they're shooting out of their udders?
I don't think so. I think no. Oh, wait, it was in the milk. It's the protein that they need is in the milk. So then they take the milk, they process it, and they get that protein out, and then they can make the silk out of it.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's actually reassuring.
Yeah, it's
That's a
better. It's
better
better than
process.
just a half goat, half spider situation.
Yeah, some goat on the wall with udders that it's
It's got pinchers.
don't piss off the goat. Don't piss off the goat.
Have you ever been sprayed with anything sticky from an animal?
Good question. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I've been hit by a goat, like rammed by,
Yeah.
but no. I've just been stung by ants.
That's-
A bee once
Yeah.
that didn't die.
Was it a bee or a wasp?
Oh, I want to say bee, but like
Because if a wasp, they can sting over and over and they don't die. A bee stings once and he's dead. And also, you have to really get a bee upset.
doesn't know that. You think?
Yeah, I think so. 100%. Most time, look, bees,
Yeah.
they're about the flowers,
Right.
right? They're not about fighting. They just said they just want flowers. You have to really piss off a bee to
What's
get.
a wasp do? What's it eating anyways?
It's just angry.
It's just eating other insects.
Yeah. Just fuck you.
They don't even like flowers.
I don't think so. They don't do anything. All they do, all the male wasps, right? They're out there trying to mate, right?
Okay. Well,
Once when it's outside, I mean, yeah.
are you
par for the
blaming
course,
wasps for that? All they want to do, all these friggin' insects want to do.
right? And then after that, the season's over, they're all just pissed. So they don't. That's why they get bold. Near the end of summer, you get more wasps around in your picnics and stuff. As they get closer, they're not fearful of humans.
Right.
It's because they're at the end of their life cycle,
Right.
so they don't give a shit anymore.
It's like a mid-30s
yeah.
single
40s.
person.
Oh, yeah, single.
Yeah,
person,
they're like, they get reckless. 35 to 45 is probably the most reckless. I
Yeah.
don't know what happened. At 46, you're just like, if it happens, it happens. I'm
Because in the
going to-
beginning of summer, they're doing their thing. But
Yeah.
like midsummer to the end of summer, they're going right into your pop can.
they're going, yeah, they're in your parents' backyard.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's it. They're just upset.
Well,
I think it's a wasp. I think you got bit by a wasp.
I think we got to harness the power of these insects and make
Dude, we're killing
much
the
more
bees.
comfortable clothes and shoes. I mean, we already got socks. I guess we have cotton.
Yeah, we
But,
don't. We don't. Yeah, we don't.
I want to
need
be able to walk on some. I want to do some.
that. Do you want to be a mutant? I don't know where you're going
I don't know if they can make goats have udders with,
with spider silk.
Spider
proteins.
silk.
Yeah.
feel like there's a future here.
It's not like Spider-Man where you're just taking an udder and then you spraying it and it's just like. That's not how that's going on.
You know what's even crazier is that you can make them spray milk and then drink milk.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane.
Also, I've watched videos of someone milking a cow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long process,
It's not nice either.
right? It's like, and you're getting only like a little spray at a time,
Yep.
right? And you got to be there for a little bit working these udders.
Yeah, but that's apparently they like that.
And the amount of milk I used to drink when I was a kid that's disrespectful to the cow.
Yeah.
The cow's like, that took an entire, I don't know how long, days for me to
Right.
be able to make that glass of milk.
Bro, you
And I
s-
just chug it.
Yeah, man.
I just try to wipe the mustache off my face and still a little bit on the bottom of the glass and I put it in the sink.
That's gross.
That's,
You gotta drink all of that.
you gotta drink all the milk. I gotta lick the
There's
sides.
these PETA videos on what udders look like.
It gets kind of raw, right?
Dude, let's not even talk about
It's rough, right?
Because they just put a suction cup like machines on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And they're just keeping these cows pregnant all the time. With
You know what?
milk
Is it
coming
that?
out.
But is it also, maybe it's just one that they didn't put the Vaseline on the udders?
I don't know. Jeez.
I
I don't think they put Vaseline on any of the udders.
Yeah.
Because you know what cows say?
Hmm.
Nothing.
No, they say moo.
Yeah, and then they go to the slaughterhouse. It's like a whole retirement plan for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough out there.
It's tough out there being a cow.
You know what? I don't drink milk anymore. I just put a little bit of milk in my tea. Really, that's just like 4 squirts. So I'm okay with that.
You should take this into your own hands and have
a cow.
Have a cow, access to a cow.
Steep my tea.
Yep.
Take the mug, go outside.
Yeah.
Grab an udder.
Are there other people on your floor that might probably drink milk?
Mad brown people.
One of you can have a cow that it'll go from balcony to balcony every now and then. Just keep it in there for the day. It's Wednesday.
Right.
It's Yasin's day.
Bro, can you imagine if you could get like a pygmy cow?
Yeah.
Like a small little cow? That'd be amazing.
I feel like it would be like diet milk too.
Right?
I feel like it would somehow be healthy.
He gives
it's
you
like
2% milk?
Is that 2%?
Right? That'd be amazing. Can you imagine if you had a cow? He just knocks on your door at 8 p.m.
Yep.
He's like, you gotta come milk me.
Yep.
Right? And you're like, oh, hello, little guy. And you're
It's not a guy, dude.
oh, hello, little lady.
Oh, easy, guy. Now you sound like a pervert. Stop it. Also, just don't do that. Just calm down with all of your gestures and talking.
We're talking about pygmy cows.
Yeah. You feed it chocolate milk? That's how that works, right? No? Why does a cow have diabetes?
I thought I would get chocolate milk. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean for it to die. Okay, well, there we go. Pygmy cows.
Yeah,
I'm gonna Google if there's such thing as a pygmy cow.
I'm sure that. Yeah, I can imagine there should be.
So how come they don't have that in my condo? Pygmy.
We're advancing as civilizations. We'll work our way up to a pygmy cow. There's pygmy horses.
Okay, so they're called miniature cattle.
Okay.
They're found in various parts of the world. Some such Dexter of Ireland. Blah, 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 blah.
It's normally an island situation.
Okay, here's the thing.
Origins.
I gotta show you this pygmy cow, bro.
Is it adorable? Is it the cutest thing ever? Are you sure that's a full-grown cow? That's
Dude,
not on a
mini
baby?
cattle becoming popular as household pets.
You're telling me that's not a baby?
No, that is a mini cow.
Man, that should be everywhere.
Miniature Highland and miniature cattle. Here, look at him.
That's
at
a
her.
whole cow.
Yeah, whole cow.
Adorable.
It could be your friend, and you get your milk for your tea in the morning.
Look at these guys. They remind me of my son. That's how cute these are.
With their curly hair.
Yeah.
Look at them. Her. Anyway, so there you go. That should be a thing. Yeah, they should have more pygmy cow situations.
Yep. With utter protein.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know if I like my milk being delivered in plastic. You know, this plastic
That's true.
molecules inside the bag. All Canadians are drinking plastic.
When I was back home in Pakistan, a guy would come on a bicycle, a bicycle that he powered with his legs.
Yeah.
And on the side of the bicycle would be 2 metal tanks of milk.
Yes.
And he would then have like a spoon, like a
thing for your
long,
dog.
yeah. And he would just like
scoop that
and
up.
he would bring your
A daboo?
No, I don't know.
That's not what you call it? All
No,
right.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
Merchants call it.
You know what? No, there's a lot of language stuff. I don't speak the same language as my wife sometimes. She'll say something like, "What is that?" And she's like, "Cloth." And I was like, "I have never heard that word for cloth in my life." And this guy would give you milk from he didn't keep that cold or anything.
Yeah, but
And that was
he got it
everybody's
that
milk.
morning.
Yeah, he got it
that's
fresh.
non-pasteurized.
There'd be hair in there from cow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, you got to strain it a bit.
Oh, you can smell that cow was around. So, but now it's like it's been homogenized, whatever that means. Whatever that means.
I don't know. They push it through a machine.
Yeah, and heat it up and cool it down and confuse it.
I think it kills bacteria or something.
He doesn't even think it's milk anymore. He's like, what am I?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's illegal, right? It's illegal to have non-pasteurized milk.
Maybe.
No, I'm telling you, raw milk in America
Okay.
is illegal.
But we're not in America.
So yeah, that's why I picked
So
up
it's
my
double
phone.
illegal here, probably. You know how safe
Raw
Canada is?
milk laws, Canada. That's
Raw milk is a weird thing to say. Like, what do you mean raw milk? You mean milk? Like raw water? Rain? What are you talking about? Raw person?
Okay.
Raw person?
The Canadian federal and provincial government has passed laws making it illegal to sell or distribute unpasteurized milk to consumers. However, some people still choose to drink raw milk with the belief that it's safe to consume. Raw milk can pose health risk.
Like
risks.
what?
Why is Canada the only G8 country prohibiting the sale of raw milk?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's only... So America doesn't even do it, but we do.
Yeah.
Has prohibited the sale of milk for over 26 years, though farmers have allowed to consume their own if they produce it on their farms.
This is stupid.
Okay.
I got to know a guy to get milk?
Yeah. Means that raw milk proponents to skirt the law by owning a part of a farm or a cow that produces the milk.
I got to own a part of a cow
To skirt federal law.
to get raw milk.
Yep. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Enforcing the dangers of unpasteurized milk, he says, far outweighs the benefits of ingesting the product that could provide. Okay. Let me see. Data for foodborne illnesses specific to raw milk are not tracked, but by contrast, so I guess there was just like foodborne illness inside in the milk. So, but like, you know what? They seem really shifty. They're not saying
No,
exactly
that
what's
seems
the
like
problem.
It was funded by Big Milk.
Yeah, I think so. Big milk.
Big Milk. You know those commercials where they go with like got milk? Those people. I don't trust those people.
Yeah, you can go to prison in Canada for providing raw milk.
That would be the weirdest and worst thing to go to prison for. Hey, what are you in here for? Milk.
Milk.
They would assume the worst. They wouldn't think it was milk. Yeah. They were like, dang. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah, just because of food. Like, I want to see some stats for these foodborne illnesses.
I want to know what the risk reward ratio is.
Yeah, I think that I think it's good. I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. I think it's from the earth.
Yeah.
It's from the udder.
Yeah.
You know?
Has a 25-year history of safety, knowing the perpetually the Ontario law requiring.
Can I take it
prevalent
back?
80 years ago that virtually eradicated. Okay, so you used to have a lot of milk-borne diseases back then.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Actually, we shouldn't be drinking other animals' milk in the first place. Of course, it should make you sick if it's raw. It's not supposed to be in you. It's supposed to be for a baby cow somewhere. You're friggin' wiping your face, putting it back in the dishwasher and stuff.
I don't think there's a problem with that.
I think naturally, like, you should get sick.
I mean,
It makes sense.
you hunt bison and whatever. Like,
That's meat. This milk has you had your mom's milk.
Yeah.
Now you're just gonna have everybody's milk,
Yeah. I can't go back to my mom for the milk.
right?
Yeah. See.
Jeez, there's a time and a place.
No, man. I think it's okay to like milk. Right, all of this whole like,
you probably should have to do something to it.
It's the only thing that an animal drink, like whatever that rule is, right?
I don't think it's a rule. I think it's a joke. I think that's a joke by Jerry Seinfeld.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, screw that, man. We do all types of things that other animals don't do. We don't follow rules and whatnot.
Yeah, that's why I feel like something should make you sick. Like you shouldn't eat brain.
Yeah,
right.
It's like everything that animals do or not do is what we're supposed to do. I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot of like cousin fucking happening in the animal world.
See, you always take it back. You try to get to this as quickly as possible for some reason. I've
never brought it here. All I'm saying is that let me drink milk is what I'm trying to say.
We were talking about spider webs, and now look where you are. Again,
I'm just trying to drink some milk. I don't want people to make me feel... Also, like, almond milk is bad for the environment.
That's not even milk. That's just people wanting to brand something.
Almond milk is blended milk added with water.
We can't call that milk. Why? I don't even know why we're doing this.
I don't know why. Also, stop drinking almond milk. It's bad for the environment. Go oat milk.
Right?
Right? Go oat milk. That's what you should do.
I don't even know how you get milk out of oat.
I'm pretty sure it's blended in added water. I think all of these things are just blended with added water.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What else could it be? Do you think it's some sort of like other chemical process that's making milk out of these almonds? Maybe or is it just blended with water?
Maybe when the mama almond is trying to like feed the baby almond.
It's not happening.
Somebody comes in with a suction cup. Don't even put Vaseline on.
Right. And it's an almond, so you don't have to worry about their feelings. PETA doesn't even care about almonds.
And who cares
PETA
about
don't care about fish. PETA don't care about insects.
You got to be good looking.
Yeah, you got to be good looking. Otherwise, you don't get it. That's pretty privilege.
I wonder what the most beautiful animal ever to go extinct would be. There's a lot, actually.
R.I.P. the dodo bird.
Dodo bird, all sorts of tigers.
Yeah, probably like colorful birds in the rainforest. I'm pretty sure a lot of those went out. Yeah. Some of them that are really sensitive to like habitat changes. You go into a place, everywhere. You cut up all the trees, and it just so happens that this is the only place where this bird lives. That's it. You died. Couldn't move out of the way. Yeah, it sucks, man.
Yep.
Plenty of things that have gone
thing. Yep. I don't know how to transition. You let me know what you're thinking.
I still have hopes that there's a sea monster out there.
It could happen. There's underground caves under things.
Yeah. I'm
there
hoping.
Could be eco civilizations of animals under like a big iceberg. You know, we don't really understand.
That's what I'm hoping for specifically, right? The more the icebergs melt and something just gets released.
Right.
And it was in stasis.
Some thaws out.
And it thaws out and comes out like some of those alien movies we've been watching.
It does this every 1,000. It's like Tremors, but ice.
Yeah, like, better graphics.
Yeah. No Kevin Bacon.
No. I mean, I'm okay with Kevin Bacon.
I like Kevin Bacon, actually.
He's
Tremors
fine,
was
right?
fantastic.
He's fine.
Yeah, I could see that. I want that to happen.
Yeah,
I want to be manageable. I don't want to be...
Yeah,
just want to worry about...
I want a slight added risk, Like an orca that could travel land and sea.
Somebody would weaponize it.
Yeah, America, that's what they do.
That's what the military, man. Like, how do we...
Oh, by the way, about the military. This is a little bit of a serious tangent. Tim Kennedy was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Okay.
And he's talking about when Afghanistan, when the U.S. military pulled out of Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. Remember the whole destabilization, people desperate to get out. He founded, along with another guy, an NGO. Mm-hmm. And the task that they gave themselves was to go into Afghanistan and pull out as many people that were friendly, that were Americans, but also families, Afghani families that were helping U.S. military. So like translators and informants and all this other stuff. And he did it himself. 11% of the people who got evacuated out of Afghanistan was as a result of 3 guys.
Oh my God.
And it's a 3-man team with Tim Kennedy. Wow. He's like, I didn't know what to do when it was when America, because he's a private contractor. He's not part of the military anymore, right? And so the going rate, by the way, is this: there's some companies that will hire you. They give you $10,000 a day for them to go back into Afghanistan to extract someone that's important to them. That's what he's saying, $10,000 a day. Wow. But he felt like he wanted to do something that was actually altruistic, like it was something that was worthwhile. The level of, because it's Tim Kennedy, that guy's a killer.
He'd probably find a hard way. He's like, you know what? I'll go. Just alone, I'll go. Just give me a parachute.
And so, him and 2 other guys, along with a lady who works kind of like the in between an NGO and the American government, and they put out lists of people that are known to be friendly or helped the United States government, and they go into Taliban territory, extract that family, and then bring them across the barbed wire back into safety. And they just do that over and over and over again. And every time they go, it's either a live fire situation where they're going to get shot, or very close to, like they're working this back and forth. Like a very interesting story from Tim Kennedy.
I was listening to there was a other guy on, also who was in Afghanistan and Iraq, something Peyton.
Okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about? He's also in Texas.
Okay.
And he was talking about getting his translator, Gul Muhammad. And
you're talking about Survivor.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah.
And
Marcus, I know what you're talking about.
Luttrell,
there we go. Yeah.
And they also started a program. This probably not related to this at all, because I heard about this earlier.
Yeah.
And they were getting people here to work at our coffee. They started a coffee business and stuff.
Yeah, Black Rifle Coffee. There's Muslims there.
There's a lot of interesting, because they have this with Kurdistan as well, when the American soldiers were, and they're all like soldier led.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many of them are government led.
Yeah, a lot of these are soldier led. So even with Kennedy, it's soldier led. It's not. It's so the thing is that all they needed from the government is to vet, to make sure that they don't bring a single person that might be like Taliban, and they're bringing a Taliban.
Can you imagine?
Back in.
And bringing somebody, they're like, you brought this guy.
So it's ridiculously
super dangerous.
It's super dangerous, and he's like, I have to be absolutely brutal. Because he's like, I got 3 people on the list, and they go over there, and they're like, oh, the Americans are here to save us. Right. And he's like, okay, no, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? And then those people have like their family, their cousins, their even siblings.
Yeah.
And he says, I can only take 3. You either get in a car and I take you over there, or no one goes. And he takes the people who goes, and as they're leaving, like it's thing, he's like, most likely the families that got left behind are killed.
Oh my God.
And he's like, I have to make that choice. He was telling stories about how moms were trying to save babies and they were throwing it over the wall.
Oh, jeez.
But when they threw it over the wall, there's barbed wire before, like there's a spot in barbed wire.
Yeah.
So he said he's seen so many babies that have landed in barbed wire. And he's like, I don't even look at it when I cross over.
Right.
And they don't cross over at the spots because he's kind of like infiltrating and then coming back over and over, back and forth.
Yeah.
So he has to cut through wire sometimes or whatever. And he's like, I don't even look what I've seen.
That's fucked up.
Kennedy is he's a cold-hearted guy. Or I mean, like, obviously he's a nice guy based on what he's trying to do. Or at least his actions in this particular thing. I don't know how good of a person he was before or after.
Sure.
But like this is something that he believed in and he's saving innocent people. So that's cool. But like that was the only time I've ever heard Kennedy crack a little bit when he was talking about how moms were trying to save babies.
Yeah.
And he's like, we couldn't do nothing. We couldn't do nothing. Jeez. And so his level of discontent with the way how America dealt with that and the American, like the higher ups and stuff like that, he's like, man, he tells his story. That's good. One very good podcast.
Can you support this organization financially?
I don't know if it's still active because like it's one of those situations where he's like,
That's insane.
I make it, I go in. He made it so that it will have like support of the government for him to do what he wants to do.
Right.
He already wants to do it, but you have to figure out a way for him to do it that would be vetted by the government.
Jeez.
So that's how he made it happen.
I'll look into that.
Yeah. Fantastic story.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of people there,
Yeah.
frankly. And everything was closed down in such a rush.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
What a thing.
take that away for the next podcast as homework. Come back with an organization we can support financially.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That sounds good. Right now, there's the F1 in Montreal. I'm a brute strength, my way out of it. I have a couple friends that are there, and I'm very jealous, my friend.
That man sounds like they also think there might be a World Cup FIFA coming here.
Yeah, in like 2036 or something.
Oh, is that? That's not even worth talking about it then.
I mean,
I was like, I'll talk about it when it's here.
Hold on.
36.
FIFA in Canada.
Is this
2026?
2026? That's pretty recent. That's like in no time.
Yeah.
Is this an annual thing? This Montreal F1 thing, or is this like every 2 years or 4 years?
It depends if the FIA, which is the governing body for Formula One, they make the schedule every year.
Oh, okay.
Right. So some tracks make it, some tracks don't. And because of COVID, it messed things up. But I believe Montreal was it was a regular on the
I think
on the
it
schedule.
would be because I don't think Canada has any other. It was pop. You would hear about it when it was happening and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it'd be a good thing to go to. I'd love to go to. I like going to things that are popular where they are, and they're the way you would want to take it in. I don't like things that travel around and you get a weird taste. I like to. If I'm gonna go see a bullfight, which I don't want to, but if I do, I'm gonna go to Spain. I don't want to be in Mexico.
Yeah.
Watching two cows that don't even have beef with each other.
Right. Or a cockfight in Mexico.
I'd love to. I would. Yeah. In Dominican, they had all these cockfighting arenas.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Wait, how did you were in a resort. Where'd you go? You went outside?
Oh, they took us to a monkey sanctuary, tiny monkeys. Really cool.
Okay.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And a zip lining. And then you see things along there like, oh, what's that? It has big roosters outside. What is that? And they're like, oh, that's where they do the cockfighting.
Wow.
I was like, whoa.
I can't imagine someone being that like you're okay with that type of like murder. But at the same time, I get it.
But,
it's like dinosaurs that are fighting, so it's like it's whatever.
I think for people, it's just like cheap. It's just like, oh, you get a rooster, it's like such a small animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can cook it after you're done.
Yeah. That's brutal. This thing fought his heart out for you.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
well, you cook only the losers.
You only cook the losers. The winners.
Right? The winners stay non-biryani.
Nope.
I'm not condoning this, by the way.
No.
I'm just merely saying.
They put blades on their legs.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's
that's
like,
insane.
It's like, what's it called? Like,
putting on heels.
Yeah.
And then fighting a
what?
guy.
I was gonna go cowboys when they have spurs on their heels.
Bro, I want to watch that fight. I was like, I got cowboy boots. Like, this guy's got heels. Seems like he has a height advantage.
Oh, man.
Got some 6 inchers. Skink. That's my sound for heels kicking you.
It's like 1980s Batman. Well, I wonder why Batman. I guess it was because remember like the 80s Batmans they would show pow.
Yeah.
Kapow.
Yep.
Whatever.
Kapow, pow. All sort of onomatopoeias.
Was it because of the fact that it was based on a comic book, I guess?
Maybe. I don't know. That makes perfect sense because that's how it is in the comic book.
Yeah.
I feel like they were like, all right, we hired a trumpet guy. Every time somebody punches, he goes, bah! We want maybe something to show when that happens,
Right.
too. Because it looks so stupid when the guy actually punches. It looks so bad. They're like, let's just throw a bam.
Right.
Bam.
It's a weird like
It was hard to
decision.
make superhero things. The Batmobile would literally, there would be like a cave. It would run into a cave like every episode.
you can see the styrofoam rock
yeah.
that just goes down.
It was like
Styrofoam,
Gumby
rather.
level.
Yeah. Dude, you know what would be crazy?
All right.
If you know, you get like an audience or whatever and they're watching Batman back in the 80s and this is in the 80s, and then you're like, okay, so we have this footage, it comes from the future,
Right.
this is Batman from like Christopher Nolan's Batman. You play that, would it not melt people's brains?
I know.
You can't even some of the stuff they won't even be able to conceptualize what they're seeing. It would be like miracles happening in front of them,
That's true.
you know?
Or maybe everybody would be like you from then. They're like, you know what? These graphics, they really take away from the feel. I like it
I
when
want
they
to see
don't-
the POW.
Yeah, I like it better when they didn't talk. Batman.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like the first car, they're like, you know what? I'd rather a horse.
I do think about that very regular. Like, what if you show somebody who's like appreciate something at a great level, something from the like if you show Beethoven who's blind and stuff, and you're like, listen to this.
Yeah.
It's like bzzz, it's like Skrillex or something.
Dubstep.
He's like, this is the most popular stuff of, and he's just like, my God, I wish I was deaf too. Like I wish.
That'd be insane though.
Yeah.
Frank,
He was already
Frank
deaf.
Sinatra, and then you have Frank Sinatra listen to Wet Ass Pussy.
I'm sure what was a wet ass pussy of his time, right? There must have been some bullshit
Frank
that didn't make it through the the echelons of time. Some nonsense, just what Beethoven would consider like horns,
Right.
just some he's like that shit.
I don't know, man. I think back then, I can't imagine there'd be some lady just saying crude ass because even the men weren't saying crude lyrics back then.
We're talking about trousers,
Yeah.
and legs.
You know, so they're not gonna. There's so much descriptive words in those.
Yeah.
Those.
Well, those were like they were just instrumentals. They were like that's what.
Yeah, it did something to your soul. Do you remember there's a black and white picture of I forgot who it was. It Miles. It might have been Miles Davis. So it's him or whoever the artist was, and he's on the stage. He's playing his heart out. He's covered in sweat right now, and then in the audience, right in front of it, is
White
like
people.
white people.
They're losing their minds.
And they're losing their minds. Like they're just
Yeah.
like they look like they're trying to grab you've seen
Like,
that.
it's
you've seen the
melting
thing.
them. They're like,
Yeah.
no, my God. They're crying.
You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen it. He's playing the guitar. He's bent over backwards. Like he is like friggin' a ghost is trying to come out of him.
Who was it?
I want to know what you're trying to search. You're like white people losing their minds, black guitarist.
Okay, so it was a guitarist. So definitely not Miles Davis.
Guitarist or saxophone? I can't remember. I feel like the saxophone is the guitar of in an era.
Black and white.
Because you can't be rocking out drumming. You're not laying on the floor.
Losing
You're sitting upright.
their mind. Let's see if that comes up. Yeah.
Who dat?
Hold on. It's Imager is pulling it up. Charlie Parker?
Cool. Who's that? Now it's a history lesson. When
Yeah, but
was that?
here's the picture.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
These people. Look,
I don't know the comment.
Dude, it's almost religious.
Oh shit! Speaking of religion,
What do you got?
watch a documentary. What was it?
No, I was just trying to see if there was a date or something attached, but nah.
Yeah, so it was a jazz guy. He's playing the saxophone. Man, those guys look like they were just losing their minds.
Yeah.
There is a documentary. It's called something Be Sweet. It's on Netflix. I love me a good cult documentary. Be Sweet. Yeah, it says, keep sweet, pray, and obey. Okay?
Oh, no.
Okay? It's a docuseries, right? Examines the rise of Warren Jeff's Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. Okay? I think they're based on the Mormon religion, but they're even more hardcore.
Whoa.
Right? Some of these people have never seen
Don't say that.
regular humans. They only know believers, and then people who are not believers are known as Gentiles, and they haven't even seen Gentiles.
Oh my
So
God.
at some point, like these 14-year-old girls, they see a SWAT team guy, and she thought they were the devil.
Oh my God.
Like her brain,
Dude, it's like the
100% it's the
Village.
devil. Yeah,
The Village.
Yeah, and so this guy, Warren Jeffs, he is a successor to his father, who is the prophet for this sect of
Jeez.
like Mormonism, right? But I guess his dad was a little bit. So it's all about. I mean, it's not all about, but they really believe in polygamy, right? And for you to enter paradise, you need to have at least 4 wives,
Right.
and so that was their big thing. But when his dad was doing it,
Yeah.
it was just straight up. You find 4 wives, and that's your family, and then you make it to heaven. Cool. But this guy was like, try to get as many wives as possible.
Of course he was.
Right? Of course.
To him, that was his whole thing was this.
At this point, like he had like 27 wives. And the problem is that these wives weren't of age.
Oh no.
Right? So some were above 19 or 18, and then there was like 14, 12, 16, that type of thing. And then he didn't even believe in the shit. So like some points where it shows like he's out and about, just going to basketball games and like living the life of a regular human with so much money.
Funny.
So everyone in the place where they live,
Yeah.
they go out, they're working their farms, and they're trying to, they're making their own business and whatnot. And then every month they have to give a stipend donation to the church. And that money gets packed into a box and then sent to this like a hotel where this dude is living with one of his like 27 wives.
Oh my God.
And then they're just hanging out.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's an insane documentary.
Imagine being on that compound where they work and you're watching basketball. He's at the arena.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no.
They don't even have TVs. He didn't have to worry about nothing,
right.
man.
That's how he set it up.
Yeah.
He's like,
he controls
basketball's illegal
everything.
specifically because I have season tickets. Like he's...
Yeah, he takes everything away from them. Even for obviously they homeschooled, or I guess they had their community schools, but they edited obviously every textbook and everything was edited, and then the boys had a certain version of the textbook. The girls had even less, right? Because like for all of them they removed evolution, let's say,
Right.
But then for other things they remove even more. For like women, they wanted the women to be like the dumbest,
Right.
Which is interesting because the downfall of this man is as a result of like 4 women.
Really?
Yeah.
It wasn't easier than that. If these 4 women were there, he might be going.
No, like the 4 women, they feel like they're not happy with the way how their life was.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not even they're not choosing
Right.
choosing who they want to live with and get married to. But the problem is that it wasn't so much that like they could have. It's like the incremental abuse of power. If he just stated, this is the way how it is. It's 4 women, get married, and that's it. I think it's sustainable, and no underage marriage.
Sure.
I think this guy would still
He'd be
be
fine?
controlled. He
Yeah.
would still be in control of the situation. But like it's injustice even within their own stuff. So like it was like, there's like 50-year-old dudes who lived through the first prophet, and then the second one is messing around. He's like, you know what? This is not the religion I remember. And then they're leaving because they feel like he's changed it too much.
Yeah.
Right? So
I
it's
just
that.
love how you're a Latter-day Saints purist. You're like, if he just listened to God, everything would have been fine. But when people start going above the words that were given to us, then this is what happens, brothers and sisters. This is what Yasin's doing right now.
Turn around, just go over
Yeah.
there and just be like, I am the new prophet. They won't
right.
accept me. I'm brown.
I don't know. It's 2022.
They're
I feel
all
like,
white there, dude.
I know, but I feel like if you become one of them and you also say things against brown people, as a brown person, I think it's the perfect type of They love that.
A
bad boy?
They still, I mean, the religion still operates, and then after their community is still there. It's just that the main guy is down.
That must, when your main guy's down, do you still like, how much do you?
Plenty of people. So all of these women who are trying to save, because they have like 7 children, right? Because like, can you imagine? You imagine how much children are being made.
I'm sure he's
over
not
there,
using
right?
protection either.
No one is. Of course not. What happens is that all these women who got out, they want to save their kids,
Right.
but they can't save them because they're all still brainwashed.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's, man. I'm so lucky we're not born in situations
into a
like
cult like that.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shnikes, dude.
Especially something with walls and stuff. Without internet.
No walls.
Dude, even like being in a country without good internet.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
Elon Musk will save us.
He'll save us. He'll make Skynet go live.
It's been episode 344. Thank you for hanging with us. We'll be back in a week. Take care. Good night.
Yo. Crash and flow.